Well, for more now, we can cross to Beijing to speak with our correspondent there, Charles Pellegrin. Charles, the government work report was released this Friday, announcing that the growth target for 2020 has been scrapped. This suggesting possibly that the focus going ahead will be more on limiting the economic damage of the COVID-19 outbreak.
That's right, with the Prime Minister Li Keqiang explaining in his speech this Friday that the priority of the government should be towards stabilizing employment and ensuring living standards. So that means that instead of the growth rate for the year, there's a raft of other national objectives, one of which is the eradication of rural poverty in 2020. So how exactly is the Chinese government going to do that? They've announced a number of different measures to bolster and support the economy, like raising the fiscal deficit target for the year to 3.6%, or issuing a number of different bonds, 1 trillion yuan's worth of special treasury bonds and close to 4 trillion yuan's worth of local government bonds that could be spent on infrastructure and shoring up employment, for instance. At the end of the day, they're hoping to create 9 million urban jobs in 2020, and this really shows how concerned the authorities are of lowering living standards in China and the potential for social instability and discontentment, which the central government sees as an existential threat.
And Charles, among the proposals to be approved is a highly controversial new security law for Hong Kong, an indication perhaps that Beijing has somewhat run out of patience with the former British colony.
That's right. We'll know more about this resolution and this law and how it would be implemented as the two sessions progress over the coming week. But this really shows one thing, is that Beijing is no longer waiting for the Hong Kong government to advance its policies. It is forcing the Hong Kong government's hands to a certain extent. This law would prescribe any acts of secession or acts of extremism or foreign interference. It casts a very wide net, and it directly targets the protest movement in Hong Kong that rocked the city in 2019 and could do so again this summer in 2020. For the protest movement, this is seen as a clear breach of the one country, two systems formula, which is supposed to guarantee a certain amount of autonomy to the former British colony. And the timing of this is also very interesting, with legislative elections scheduled for September, in which the pro-democracy protest camp was meant to be doing well, and this was always going to be bad for Beijing's agenda in Hong Kong.
Charles Pellegrin in Beijing, thank you very much.